Hey, Hershey Free. As some of you know, I have announced to our church family that we are now beginning the process to find our church's next senior pastor. Having said that, let me give you the backstory to this decision. Let's go back to the beginning of 2020. At the start of that year, we went through a planning process to gain clarity and focus for the next 5 years. Of course, once COVID hit, we did have to modify our plans. Nonetheless, I came away from that process with 2 important takeaways. First, I saw real value in doing this type of preparation. Second, I had a deep conviction that when we do planning work like this again, it should be done with the involvement of our next senior pastor. So this marked the beginning of a season of discernment and conversations that Rose and I had about our future. Several years ago, I began talking with the chair of our elder team about transition. And eventually, we brought the entire team into this conversation. My approach in these discussions has not focused on setting a retirement date. Rather, it's focused on when to begin the search process. In seeking to do this wisely and prayerfully, last year, I told the elders, let's begin the process in 2026. And that's what we are now starting. Of course, the obvious question is, why now? Or you may be wondering, what's gone wrong? If you were thinking like that, let me be crystal clear. Nothing has gone wrong. There's no underlying conflict or unresolved issues. I have a great working relationship with our elders and staff. Furthermore, I love being your pastor. So why now? Well, a couple of factors led to this decision. First, last year we wrapped up our 5-year vision. And as a church, I think we are ready for a new season and a new chapter. Likewise, last year we started the process of selling our property on 743. Eventually, when the sale is finalized, it will give us several $1 million to use strategically. I believe our next senior pastor should lead us in shaping what the next season looks like and how these resources can be used to further our ministry. Furthermore, Rose and I are in a new chapter of life. 2 of our sons are married and 1 is engaged. We welcomed our first grandchild last fall, and we look forward to having greater flexibility in spending time with family. So in light of these factors, it seemed wise and beneficial to begin the search process now. In terms of what the search process will look like, there's an FAQ document posted along with this video that will give you a timeline and more details. As we go through this process, I won't be a part of the search team. Rather, my role is to shepherd our church during this season. And hear my heart on this. I'm committed to doing that well. So how can you be a part of this season? Let me highlight 2 things. First, pray. As churches go through transitions like this, it's easy to become anxious and uncertain, even to pull back. But as we go through this year, I challenge you not to get stuck there. Instead, let's look forward with a sense of anticipation, with a full recognition that God is preparing a new leader and a new chapter for our church. My prayer is this, that we would experience a healthy transition with a renewed sense of mission. Now I'm asking you, would you join me in praying along these same lines this year? In addition to prayer, I want to encourage you to stay engaged with our mission. We have some exciting things planned for the year, so let's continue moving on as a church family. Finally, I want to thank you for giving me the privilege of serving in this role for over 16 years with you. Now together, let's look forward to what God has in store for us as a church community.